Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Macro Mondays. Start DCA now is the title of today's show. Crypto is looking like it's in a good position. On the weekly time frame, you can see some of the stronger coins pulling off. The Casper up 20%, BNB up 13%, Cake obviously on BNB up almost 60%, and the market is looking like it wants to have a little push up. It's also Toncoin and Sonic and a couple of others which are looking good. Bit of a mixed bag on the daily. I think it's a very choppy market at the moment. But the hourly is starting to pick up, and we are going to go straight into the Bitcoin chart and have a look at the daily time frame over here. So here's Bitcoin. Obviously, massive week ahead with the federal funds rates. That's coming out on Wednesday. And ultimately, I am waiting for that to come out, that data release to come out before making any drastic decisions. But I think it is a great time to start DCAing. I think, if we zoom out, every time Bitcoin is underneath the 200-day EMA, you can see over here, it has been a good time to buy. See, underneath the 200-day EMA, good time to buy. Underneath the 200-day EMA, good time to buy. So very likely that this time is a good time to buy. I have a distinct range that I am looking at. Quite a tight range, actually, and I think we are going to chop in this range for the rest of the week up until federal funds rate. It's obviously in the daily time frames up till Wednesday. We do have the 200-day EMA over here at just below 86K. I'm looking for this top of the range to be swept, and this bottom zone over here. This is the zone that I'm looking at being swept, you can see. So here's the top of the range, here's the bottom of the range. So I think we can see a sweep of the top or sweep at the bottom, something like that. And I think, whichever one happens before Wednesday is going to be the false move. So what I'm looking for is potentially a move up, sweep the liquidity. And I think I will be taking a head short over here on Bitcoin. And I think we can come down if the news is bad. But if we sell off early in the week, I think this 79,500 is a great place to be getting into Bitcoin, getting a bounce off the zone up into that 90K region. So ultimately, this is the plan. I'm waiting for one of these sides to break over here. So that's the box, top of the box. We'll mark that out. Basically 86K. I think this will be a good place to get some head shorts in. And your head short would look something like this. So we'd obviously wait for it to break through and then reject. And as soon as it closes an hourly or 4-hourly candle below the 200-day EMA, and I think it look like this, short over there, stop loss just above the 50-day EMA. And then we are going to be targeting the bottom of this box. And this is simply a hedge trade, guys. This is simply a hedge trade. How far we come to this box, I don't know. We are obviously long DCA on spot. So we are building our long leverage positions for a bigger move up, of course, into the zone here. But it's always good to have a head short trade, guys. Always good to have a head short trade. And this is the potential scenario. We'll see, though. We are getting some bullish divergence, of course. One drive of bullish divergence over there. You can see RSI making higher highs, price coming down like that. And I think if we can get above here, if we get above and consolidate here, then it's bullish, guys. Then we are going to be waiting for this break of this down sloping resistance over here. We've been waiting for this to break for ages now. So we haven't really been overly bullish. We were obviously getting to some longs down here, which all got stopped out, but that's part of the game. But basically, if we get above the 200-day EMA, I think, and consolidate there, I think we are in for support to be found at the 200-day EMA. Otherwise, we're going to treat it as resistance, as we have been rejecting off it, of course. So this is the plan, guys. This is the basic plan for Bitcoin. Basically, we're going to be shorting it tomorrow or today if we do get above the 200-day EMA. Otherwise, we are looking to DCA. We are looking to DCA into projects like Ondo. I think Binance is popping off. We're going to have a look at that today. Let's have a look at Solana, because Solana is also showing a little bit of strength. Bullish divergence here as well. I think we could get 3 drives, but it all depends on Bitcoin's price, guys. It all depends on Bitcoin's price. So we are just going to mainly be looking at Bitcoin. But if you zoom out and keep it very simple with Solana, what you notice is that Solana is at support, guys. This is clear support over here. Resistance, broke through, fake out, resistance over here. Then we have been flipping this as support. So this is technically a great time to be getting or DCAing into Solana. Can we come lower, guys? Can we, chop around like this? Of course we can. That's why DCAing is best. You don't go all in now, because in case we do come to that $80 region, then we can be accumulating some Solana in there. But for now, this is support, and I think dollar cost averaging over the next month looks good, guys. It does look good. ETH as well, obviously, you know, very cheap. ETH under $2,000 is cheap. You know, we were buying a lot of ETH before the big break up. Sorry, it's not actually loading at the moment. But basically, ETH under 2,000 is very cheap. Can we come down to that 1.6 region? Yeah, we can come down a little bit more. I am still in my ETH long, which we are in, looking something like this. We got in on this low wick over here at about 1840. And we are looking for this to come up and maybe grab all the liquidity over here. There's a lot of liquidity for the whole month that's sitting in the zone over here. And the 50-day EMA, you know, we could come up and get a rejection off there and come test it. But we'll have to see. That's the plan for ETH. Basically, I'm still in this trade. If we start to break above 3,980 over here, the zone over here, if we break above 3,970, 3,960, the zone over here, then I will be going break even on my trade, and we will be in a free trade, guys. So this is looking okay. Let's have a look at XRP, because XRP is one of the stronger tokens at the moment. Of course, holding up incredibly well over there. Didn't even touch the 200-day EMA, so we could come down and touch that zone over there. But ultimately, definitely the stronger looking of the crypto projects, guys. Definitely the stronger looking of the crypto projects. And we are expecting this to most likely outperform the majority of the markets, guys. This one is looking strong, holding up well. Hasn't taken out its November lows at all, unlike some other crypto projects. I look at Bitcoin dominance as well, because Bitcoin dominance is potentially topping, in my opinion. I'm just going to wait for this one to load up. Let's let that one load over there, guys. Bitcoin dominance. Very slow today, guys. Let's give that some time quickly. There we go. So this is Bitcoin dominance. I'm looking at this to top out. We can see we are getting like some kind of bearish divergence over there. You can see price kind of grinding up higher over there. You know, of course, this is technically lower, but if you put it on the line chart, then we are getting higher highs. This is equal and this is higher. And you can see on the RSI, the highs are getting lower. So this is a classic bearish divergence. Obviously, the Bitcoin maxis were very loud over here, so I marked that off on the chart, because often, you know, it could be within a month, within a few weeks, but you know, at some point when people get loud, they normally get wrong. But this is coming close to an apex over here. You can see Bitcoin dominance, kind of, you know, this zone over here, great time to be potentially rotating your Bitcoin. But we would be looking for a breakdown, something like that, for Bitcoin dominance. And you guys know what my targets are. I'm looking for 52% first target and 42% is the second target. This is where we should see altcoins outperforming Bitcoin. And my thesis has not changed, guys. USDT dominance starting to form a uptrend, of course, but it hasn't taken out the major highs over here. So we are looking for basically a lower high to form, and for continuation downwards over there. We are going to wait for a breakdown of this line over here. That would be our confirmation. Once we break down this line over here, that's our confirmation. And then we are looking for lower prices for USDT dominance, which means higher prices for crypto. And you can see we are rejecting off this downsloping trend line over here. You can see we've tested it once over there. We've tested it again over here. And we almost broke out, but eventually just faked out over there. So this is technical resistance. So we are looking for this to continue down. And this is a descending triangle, guys. You can see it over here. So this would be the zone over here. I'm going to make this red. And then this is your descending triangle. So basically, you're looking for something like this to play out. And then for a breakout to the downside over there. Obviously not as aggressive, but maybe something around there. I think this is a possibility for USDT dominance. Otherwise, you know, if we do break out and come and test, I think this line is very important. This here, we could sell our bags if we do get a retest like that. But for now, you know, we are at resistance for USDT dominance, and it is a good time to be getting into crypto, guys. Good time to be buying, in my opinion. A good opportunity. We are at resistance at USDT dominance. We don't really want to see anything above 6.56% because that would look like a double bottom. But this is resistance, so what we are going to be waiting for is most likely a move down, come up again, and then the breakout. And this breakout will be most likely the blow of top, and this looks like it'll happen Q4, guys. Q4 looking likely. So we could see a push up, Q2, maybe some bullish. First half of Q2, a little pullback, quiet period, and then continuation down, which should provide some relief for the crypto market. Total crypto, this is underneath the line in the sand and testing the line in the sand as resistance. So this isn't really what we want to see. This SR flip over here, we want to see, basically, we want to see this be a deviation, get back in the range, reclaim those important EMAs. But I didn't want to see, when we were trading up here, I didn't want to see any price underneath 2.7 trillion, and that is where we are at the moment. So this is a bit of a sign of caution, but at this stage in the cycle, it does seem like a decent buy. But this is the line in the sand, and we are below the line in the sand. So it is a confusing time at the moment. We want to see this level reclaimed as fast as possible, and the line that we want to see above now is priced to be above $3.1 trillion over there. Testing that as support, that will be looking really strong. So time will tell. At the moment, we are also getting bullish divergence over here. You can see higher low on the RSI, lower low on prices. And ultimately, we are looking for a low to form in this period over here. So no, like worst case scenario, in my opinion, we could come and test the top of this downsloping resistance over there. And we'd need to see a strong recovery out of there, something like that. Very possible, guys, very possible. But otherwise, looking for this to form a higher low. And of course, we are still in bullish market structure, guys. So this is your area of support over here, which we have tested. And we just want to see higher low after higher low, guys. So we saw a higher low over here, higher low over here. And then we are expecting another higher low over here. Yeah, so that is basically the plan. Our plan is still to exit our crypto spot bags at that $5 trillion mark. And the plan hasn't changed, guys. The plan has been the same forever. Of course, our bags are down a bit. This is crypto at the end of the day. I mean, this is a 34% move to the downside. What was the previous move to the downside? Okay, 38%. So this is what happened last time, guys. We got a 38% move to the downside. And this we just said was a 34% move to the downside. So what we don't want to actually see is a bigger drop in price. It's okay if it's less of a drop. So this was obviously more of a drop than that. If this becomes more of a drop, then that is another red flag, guys. That is another red flag. But for now, we are pumping more. I mean, dumping less than what we did earlier. So that, this is a positive sign, guys. This is a positive sign. And I think the federal funds rate on Wednesday is going to show us where we are going, guys. Obviously, a very confusing time in the markets at the moment, but I do think this is a good zone to be accumulating and dollar cost averaging into strong projects. Total 3 got a strong bounce off the 618 over here. So this is what I'm looking at for total 3. Here is major support. If we come down here, this is going to be your bargain zone. I don't think we'll be here for long. But basically, from the low in August to the highs created in December, this move over here, 618 comes in at 730 billion. And you can see we got support at that mark over there. And what we want to see now is for total 3 to get above the 50% level and above this downsloping resistance over here. And this will be our sign to start getting, big into our position. So now we're going to DCA a little bit. If we are going to just chop around in this range over here, which I'm going to make orange. If we're going to chop around this range over here, this will be a good time to DCA. But as soon as we break above here and test this as support, this is going to be our opportunity to, start to get those big positions, guys. And our longs will look something like this. Stop loss below these lows over here. And then we are going to be targeting those higher levels, the $2 trillion for a little blow off top in the altcoin sector, something like that, guys. Something like that. I think they'll be looking, very possible. This is looking like a big cup and handle as well. So, we can give out some ridiculous moves of course, so this would be the move from the low, there we go, to 1.6 trillion. But then the proper big measured move will be the whole cup over there. And let me just get my cup for you guys. Arc, there we go, bang. So that will be your cup. This is your handle, and then your breakout. You can either measure it from the bottom over here, which takes up to that 1.6 trillion, or you can go from the bottom of the cup to the top and extend that out, and that does take us to that perfect $2 trillion mark. So guys, it's just about being patient. We know this can happen very fast in crypto. It always happens very fast in crypto. And this is a very good risk reward. You know, if we just wait patiently for us to reclaim that $820 billion mark as support, then this is a good risk reward. This is a risk reward of 11 to 1. So if we're just patient and we focus, then I think, you know, we can be getting into those big positions. But for now, since we are chopping below the 618 and the 50% level over here in this region over here, this is a good place to DCA, guys. Great place to DCA. We are going to look back on this DCA, dollar cost average. And projects that I'm looking at to dollar cost average are going to be something like Ondo. Guys, Ondo's looking really good in my opinion, getting a good reaction. Ton's also looking quite good. Got a strong reaction over the weekend. This was on Saturday. I'm not sure what happened here, but of course we're getting rejected off the 50-day EMA. Mark the 50-day EMA on all your charts, guys, because very, very good chance you do get a rejection over here. I am in this trade, guys. I am in this trade. Still in this trade. This was given a while ago. You know, a lot of bullish divergence over here, of course, and we didn't get stopped out. So I would move my stop loss if you took this trade with me, guys. If you took this trade with me, then you'd be moving your stop loss over here, eliminating risk. And then I think if you didn't get into this trade, I think getting into this trade, you know, we can easily get in around the zone over here, around our entry. I think we can come and refill the whole candle. And I think this is a good opportunity, guys. Obviously, some volume coming in. You can see the volume. Big players coming in. There's obviously something brewing for Toncoin. Insiders getting in with big money. And this is looking like a good low. So this is a good trade right now. If you don't mind about a bit of risk, you can be entering this trade now. And this is the buy zone, guys. But for now, move your stop loss over there. We'll halve the risks. Move your stop loss to that 2.32. And then, guys, the next zone that we are going to be hitting sooner than later, in my opinion, is $4.6. Obviously, depending on the federal funds rates and what happens with the crypto market, I think we can see a move up. Then we will be seeing Toncoin come into this 4.60 region, and then we can decide there, you know, are we going to get rejected from there, big rejection, and then come down to lower levels? Are we going to get a rejection and create a higher low, which we're going to start accumulating more for those higher levels over there? But only time will tell. But that is my minimum target for Toncoin, 4.60, and patience is king, guys. Patience is king. So I want to speak about Ondo quickly. RWA is doing well. It seems like it's in the green today. Great zone to be getting into Ondo, guys. We're forming a higher low. This is a inclining support over here, and ultimately looking for this to be the next higher low. So we can see a bit of a chop period over here, you know, chop around there. But guys, I'm so bullish on this, and my Q4 target for Ondo, minimum target is $3. Okay, so you got a huge risk reward at the moment. I'm extremely invested in this, and this is one of my bigger bags. So this would be your kind of trade setup if you are bullish on RWA, guys. RWA is a hot narrative. You know, BlackRock has been accumulating, and I wouldn't be surprised. You know, a lot of big leverage flash over here, but this is, you know, spot is king, because with spots you just have to give it time and it'll play out. But this is a great risk to reward setup for a spot trade, guys. If you got $1,000 or whatever, you know, you chuck it in this, boom. What is your risk? Well, your risk is 40% to the downside. You know, that's classic crypto risk. But the risk to the upside, or not the risk to the upside, the potential move to the upside, 261% as a minimum target. And this gives us a risk reward of 7 to 1. So I think this is a great project to be getting into. I might be buying some more today. I think dollar cost averaging over the next month into something like Ondo is a great idea, guys. Nice trade, ETH trade. Yeah, the ETH trade was good. Happy with the ETH trade. We're still in that trade. Yeah. haven't moved it, haven't moved the stop loss or anything. But guys, don't fade this. Do not fade this. Can we come down to this level over here? We can come down. That's why I would recommend spots. I would recommend dollar cost averaging over the next like 6 weeks, and just buy a little bit every day or every second day, or if you see a red day, just get into it. And I think, you know, decent chance this happens. Obviously no financial advice, but if you guys are looking for something, you know, Ondo is a better looking project than, you know, these meme coins, of course, that have lost their key levels. And ultimately, if this pumps to that 6 cents, I'm going to be offloading my bag of this as well. But definitely looking good. Some of the AI projects looking okay as well. Sui is a great buy. I'd say Sui and Ondo are the buys, guys. Sui, Ondo, Solana, ETH, those are my buys at the moment, guys. That is what I'm buying into at the moment, and it is looking okay. Let's go into the TradFi quickly. The DXY is playing out perfectly, guys. We called this over here. We said that if we, you know, we got a bearish divergence over here, which we spotted. That was at the beginning of the year. We spotted the bearish divergence. We waited for the breakout. We waited for the perfect retest of the breakout. So we were max bearish on the dollar. And ultimately, we broke back into the range high over here. So this was the range high. We deviated, broke back in. We tested it over here, nice head and shoulders. And the target for the dollar is the bottom of the range. Okay, so we've been short on the dollar. That's why we've been going long on everything else but the dollar, because that's normally what happens. And you see the gold's pumping, euro's pumping. But basically, the final target for this is going to be the range low, and then we'll see what happens over there. So the range low for the dollar at about 100, but I do think we come up and test 105.17, which is telling me that we're going to get a bullish dollar move of about 1-2%, which means that the federal funds rate is probably going to be bullish for the dollar. Okay, so that's what you know the charts are telling me. That's what I think the reaction is going to be. I think we're going to get a bullish dollar reaction for the federal funds rate, just because I think we're going to have to test the 50% level before coming lower, and that's what it's lining up. This is the news event that is lining up. Obviously, we got the core PCE at the end of the month, but we got the federal funds rate on Wednesday. And do we see maybe it dumps down and then gets a reversal up, or it just gets a pump up before following through? But ultimately, I am looking at this kind of ball to play out. Do we come a little bit lower from the news on Wednesday and then get the rally, or do we just pump up from Wednesday and then guys, we're going to be fading this move, guys. This is a huge, huge opportunity. If we do get that move up, this is a classic opportunity, guys. 50-day EMA rolling over, 200-day EMA rolling over. This was a previous support, which is now resistance. We're going to make that red over there. The 50% level from the range. So obviously we got the move over here just before the elections to the top there. That 50% comes in at 105.2. Big short here, guys. Big, big short over here. Bang. I would short this whole zone. Put that back over there. You know, you can be very conservative with the stop over there, but you can probably be a bit more aggressive with, you know, stop over there. And then we are targeting that low over there. So decent risk reward here. Very likely to play out, in my opinion. You know, if you are conservative, then you would be doing that. Maybe waiting for a higher entry, grabbing those wicks. That gives you that perfect 3-to-1. But this is a decent trade on the dollar, or the DXY. And how you would take advantage of this is obviously by, you know, buying things that are priced against the dollar. Euro USD will be showing something very similar. So that could be your trade, of course. Let's go into S&P 500. Big day on Friday, obviously just recovering some of the losses over there. But we want to see the S&P 500 reclaim this level as soon as possible, get above the 200-day EMA. We obviously got the perfect bounce off the 50% level, which we were speaking about last week. Okay, so here is this is a very significant low. This was April 2024. This was the geopolitical tensions. That was almost a year ago. And the 50% of that comes in at 5,552. And we're expecting a strong bounce off this level over here, which we have got. It's not the strongest bounce. It's only 1.5% for now, but we need to see the S&P 500 get above the 200-day EMA. So this is what we're looking for. Push up above the 200-day EMA, test this, get a W pattern, and then we can see a push up. Otherwise, we can easily come test this ascending support over here. And then my worst case scenario for the S&P 500, if we get a massive sell-off, is going to be 5,130. Worst case scenario is this box over here. So if we roll over more, I will be eating the dip, guys. I will be eating the dip. Comment here about Ondo getting the death cross. So of course, altcoins are more reactive, but what you want to be looking at is Bitcoin. So we look at Bitcoin for the death cross or the bull cross. And as soon as, if Bitcoin is in a strong position over here, so let's say Bitcoin got the bull cross, basically Bitcoin got the bull cross over here in February 2023. Okay, that was the bull cross. We were up and down here, but nothing confirmed. This was the bull cross. We haven't had the death cross on Bitcoin since. So that has told us that we are in a bullish move. So this was the indicator firing off a bullish move over there. So we've been in a bull run technically since over here, end of 2022. But this was your sign to get long in the market. Okay, so this is where we're getting long in the market, of course. And only when we get the death cross do we start to freak out and look for altcoin shorts. So if the red is above the blue for Bitcoin, then we look for longs and we are long dominant. But if we do get that, sorry, my bad. If we do get that death cross on Bitcoin, then we can be looking at shorting altcoins. But for now, we are looking to accumulate and we are looking for another leg up. So, and you do get fake outs. It isn't 100%. So this was a good example of a fake out, even though, it's not much of a move higher, but we did see altcoins make higher highs over there. So nothing to worry about as of yet. So if you are looking for altcoin death crosses, you must make sure your Bitcoin is a death cross as well. Then you can be looking for shorts. But for now, Bitcoin is still in that bullish posturing. We are still above the important levels. And that important level for Bitcoin is that level over here, which we spoke about. The charts are messy, guys. But that 79.5K, this is the important level for Bitcoin to hold. The 50% level of the August low to all-time highs, guys. That is the important level to hold. But the S&P 500 and NASDAQ are looking okay. Strong reaction over there. We do want to see the NASDAQ reclaim this level. The NASDAQ is looking a bit scarier because it has broken this multi-day, multi-month uptrend. We have broken down over here. So what we do want to see is a get above the level and then move onwards and upwards. Otherwise, we can look to fade this move over here. And if we just put it on the weekly time frame, there's a lot of liquidity over here, which I think we can come up into. There's a big fair value gap over here, which this would be your back test. So if the NASDAQ comes into this level over here and it starts to look weak, we can fade this level over here. Shorts, of course, fade all-time high, come down to 50% level, something like that, or even down to the bottom here. But this is your trade setup, nothing confirmed yet. Forming some kind of pin bar, but we are below the 50-week EMA, which is a slight red flag, but not too much to worry about as of yet. But guys, just to wrap it up with Bitcoin, looking for Bitcoin to stay in this region over here, which we spoke about earlier. Should load now. Had a range box, so looking for this range box to hold over here. That is, of course, the 200-day EMA and the 50% level. So it is caught between these two important zones over here. If Bitcoin does get a push up either today or tomorrow, so Monday or Tuesday, or even Wednesday before the federal funds rate, then we can be looking for a head short over here, down to our box over here. That is the play, in my opinion. Tighter stop loss, of course, something like that. And if we do come lower in Monday or Tuesday, we can look for a long off that level, but we'll have to wait and see. That is the trade. Otherwise, we are waiting for the federal funds rate, guys. We are waiting for this. Let's have a quick look at Sonic. Or have a look at Phantom because there is more. Is around it. Fanta back at 50 cents. Yeah, so decent kind of support off here. You can be dollar cost averaging into this. I don't like this fake out though. Weak below the 50% level, but decent dollar cost average in the zone over here, in my opinion, guys. I would want to see this region hold. So there's a good risk reward here. If you look at Phantom, bang, long stops over there, and then we are targeting those higher levels, guys, at least the fair value gap. So this is your risk reward for Phantom at the moment. You wouldn't want to see price underneath that 30 cents region over there. Bang. We are targeting the fair value gap, if you're conservative, the bottom, and that gives us a risk reward of 3.8 to 1, guys. 3.8 to 1. Okay, we'll look at H-bar. That is the last one we're looking at. It is actually right over here. H-bar. Yeah, H-bar is looking good at support. This would look like support. It is starting to look scary, which means it is at support. And you can see we are starting to get some bullish divergence over here. Obviously, RSI trending upwards, price not trending downwards, but if you put the line chart on, it is trending downwards, okay? So we are trending up over there, trending down over there, bullish divergence. But we do want to see a reclaim of the 200-day EMA, get above here, get above that 50% level. And this looks like it is a 618 retest. Okay, there we go, 618, perfect retest of the 618 over here. So this is a good zone to be buying or accumulating, guys. It is heavy though. If you do lose this level, it can go down fast. But it's always good to buy when there is fear and panic in the market, guys. But anyways, guys, we're going to end the stream over there. Good luck trading for the week, and I will see you guys on Wednesday, most likely after the federal funds rate. Cheers for now, guys. Stay safe.